Elden Dogs is a proud member of the Hair of the Dogcast Network. To get bonus episodes of this show, as well as access to many other amazing perks, check out patreon.com/hairofthedogcast.
And make sure to check out our new podcast, Zombie Dogs, which covers the Resident Evil franchise. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Greetings, Tarnished, and welcome to another fascinating, I can't even talk, another good episode, hopefully it's a good episode of Elden Dogs.
We try our best.
We do our darndest here of Elden Dogs. My name is Suransbach, and I'm just like a really good dude. And I say things like, you make me really proud, homie. I say things like that. It makes you feel good.
It makes me feel good every time.
You are the man I wish I could be. I'm like, whoa, dude.
I'm Freya, Lady Freya here. I got my shield, and I want to hit stuff.
Ooh, I opened a beer and it just went pop.
If Lady Freya was into music, I know what her favorite song would be.
What's that?
It would be Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. Because I think that she is the type of person that's just going to be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going hard today. I got one singular goal, and it's my boy, Radon.
You are hardcore. You love to fight. You would be in the center of the mosh pit.
Be a shield maiden in the middle of a mosh pit. That's great.
So right now we are on the Bestiary Part 9. And I just stole your sheet here, Freya, for the front because I don't have mine. So I just wanted to see where we're at because this is Part 9 of the Bestiary. It's something like number 270. I don't have it added with the previous ones. But as far as Shadow of the Erdtree goes, we are on Part 2 of that. We're on number 26.
Yes, and we get to start with what I think is a nice bookend from the last Bestiary we did, because as everybody knows, I'm a blasphemous blade boy.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I can barely say it once.
I can barely say it one time once.
I get to the specimen warehouse, and I'm wielding my blasphemous blade, and then I run into the Fire Knights.
Yeah.
Which made me think that like maybe my build is not optimized.
Yeah.
For the rest of this DLC, which is a lesson that I had to learn. Very hard, because at this point I cheesed my way to get here. Yeah. And I don't know how to cheese.
I mean, I wouldn't say that you did that, but yes, you did, and 100% you did.
I mean, when you max out Blasphemous Blade, I earned it. It's not like I found a weapon that was just like super strong off the jump, even though it is.
Right when I was starting Elden Ring, I was rocking that Sword of Night and Flame. It was pre-nerf for that weapon, and I was really leaning on it, and Dylan came over. I'm like, it's not like stupid that I did it. He's like, well, it's a bit, you're using it as a major crutch, but that's fine. I was like, damn, it really hurt.
Yeah. When I read Reddit, and people are like, people who use the Blasphemous Blade are not playing the game. And then I looked, and I also had a +10 Mimic tier with me, and I was like, I am that guy.
Well, still better than Elon Musk. His build was shit.
Dude, I watched a YouTuber like cover his build. It makes no sense. You know who has like kind of a cool build? And I didn't even know that they liked
Randy Orton.
Yes. He had surgery, and so he was out of commission for a while, and Elden Ring came out, and he was like, it absorbed my life. And his build is actually pretty sick.
So we got the Fire Knights.
Yeah, so the Fire Knights are pains in my ass. I died many a time to these little bastards. And we've talked about, in previous episodes, we've talked about like Wigo and Salza.
Yep.
Those are Fire Knights. They're big boys, though. They've been promoted.
They're the proper name. They're the uppercase Fire Knight.
Yeah, they're the shift leads of the Fire Knight in the service industry.
They're closers. They're always there.
But so Fire Knights are tall, lanky bastards. An order of knights who answer directly to Mesmer, distinguished by their red capes and twin golden snakes coiled around their necks, which symbolizes their bond to Mesmer. Which
that sounds kind of baller.
It also sounds,
dude, if you got like a crew and you're like, hey guys, I got something for you, and it's just like gold chains with snakes on it, that's a pretty big thing.
But what is it in Fallout 3? Is it the tunnel snakes, the greasers? Is that?
And which one?
Fallout 3. You don't play Fallout.
I haven't played that.
I think it's Fallout 3.
You mean Walton Goggins?
Yes.
Yes.
The tunnel snakes.
Yeah.
it sounds like a greaser. Like they're gonna snap fight you. Like the beginning of the movie Beat It. This is how every Fire Knight comes at you. Descendants from esteemed noble families of the Erd Tree, but were exiled from their homes after pledging themselves to Mesmer. Think like the King's Guard.
Yeah, they're also just like, they were the rich kids. These would have been like, they'd be going to the A schools. They would be dressing all new clothing and talking shit to that kid who just transferred, who kind of looks like Jonathan from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bullies.
And they're and then they all get to go to like premium college, I guess, though maybe joining the Fire Knights wasn't what they thought it would be.
No. But it is cool to be one of Mesmer's homies. Like when he's having garage beers and his new house that he just bought in the burbs, he's going to invite you over first.
Yeah.
Which is tototally something that
and his house in the burbs is actually the Shadow Keep, so it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
It's at the end of the cul-de-sac.
So Fire Knights, you're going to start with just your general Fire Knight.
Yep.
They utilize fire attacks. They're proficient battle mages. They're exactly what I wanted to be when I said I was going to be a spell sword the first time I played the game. Susceptible to pierce and equally vulnerable to lightning and holy damage. And this is where Lady Freya discovered the twin blade axes and realized that this is a viable way to keep playing the game.
Yeah, doing a little like death blink dash forward or whatever that one is.
Dude, the follow-up attack is even better because you can like blink bolt your way to an enemy and then you follow it up with heavy and then it's just like smash.
Twin axes, that's an aggressive build though.
I know, but the cool thing is if you only one-hand it, you can still keep your shield.
That's
and
good.
I can't parry, but I can eat some shit.
Yeah.
You have your great sword, Fire Knights, that wield long, thin great swords that they can imbue with fire before attacking. With their empty hands, they throw fire, like
Actually,
pocket sand.
Yeah,
it's like pocket sand.
Pocket fire.
Pocket fire.
Yep.
Best to rush in and hit them right in the mouth before they can get anything going. Because if you try to move it to a distance fight, you're going to lose with the fireballs. Mm-hmm. Like they're relentless with it.
You kind of want to rush them.
The dual short sword ones, I think, are my least favorite. They employ a sleight of hand approach rather than straightforward combat, frequently executes short hops backwards before throwing fireballs. So, like, you're trying to rush in and they just keep dodging you. It's like fighting Anderson Silva, and I'm like Forrest Griffin. So, anybody who's watched UFC, it's like, why can't I just hit this guy?
It's like fighting Eddie Gordo in Tekken.
Yes. So now we've covered.
I don't know if that works either, but.
Well, they're dancing around all the time.
They're dancing.
They never do a handstand and kick me in the face, though, because I feel like Eddie does that. And
That's a Curseblade move right there.
They can unleash a flurry of attacks with both swords. A hit-and-run strategy is best here. You're going to want to like close the distance, not get hit by the fireball, fuck their day up, and then get back and dodge.
And there are also other variants. There's the incantations. While they carry a short sword, they really want to LARP Harry Potter. Lots of flame attacks. They have they just do little spells, and they say Petrificus Totalis. And hit and run tactics are the best with these guys. Get in, slap them in the face, run away. One of my favorite fighting techniques. Then we have some of the named ones. We have Kood, Captain of the Fire Knights. He wears a full helm. He's the one guarding Mesmer at the top. Access to all of the attacks of the Greatsword variant, but longer combos and additional attacks that are imbued with fire. His Flame Spear skill has small and fast projectiles in a line that shoot forward while annoying and destroying, like a flamethrower of spears.
Love it.
Fuck you, Kood. Cool name, though. We have Salsa. He likes to go dancing, and tacos.
Yeah. Margaritas on the weekends.
He loves them spicy. Salza is the Sage of the Fire Knights. He's on the bridge to the ancient ruins of Ra. He wears a comically large hood, a giant hood, which baller's got a ball. I respect. Respect, homie. I get it. You got flair. What are you going to do?
A little pizzazz.
Some people wear too much pizzazz.
Yeah, it's like the guy that wears too much cologne. When they walk into the bar and you can smell them before you see them.
It's at a job site with 1,800 dudes doing construction. Why are you wearing cologne here, my dude?
Who are you trying to impress?
Or also, what are you trying to cover up?
That's true.
And if that's the case, thank you. The giant hood, stepping on the bridge causes him to continuously use rain of fire incantations, like that super annoying person who only knows one spell and they get to one edge of a map. It's like me when I'm playing as Pikachu in Smash Brothers. I will use so many ranged ones, and you get closer. I'll do a little dip dash, boop boop.
It's like any time you play Dungeons and Dragons with a wizard, and they're like, I cast Fireball.
Like, oh, real original. We're daring today, aren't we?
Does it work? Yes. Am I mad about it? No, because you're on my team. But the DM's seething.
It'd be fun to play as a mage that also just uses a giant hammer.
Like a big ass, like giant gavel hammer.
Yeah.
I could see. Well, you don't have very good like attack rolls.
Doesn't matter.
You have better spell rolls.
He's trying something.
You could have like the most powerful wizard that just like, I think I'm done with magic. I've mastered it, so now I want to hit people.
That's the story arc. He's tired of being a nerd and he wants to be cool. Then it turns out he realizes he is cool through his magic.
Yeah.
Yes, if you hide under the bridge on the way to Salza, some very long-range spells or bows can hit him from the very last spot. You can stop. I always utilize that. And then there's Wego. He is the elder of the Fire Knights, an elderly scholar who hangs out in the flooded church, has the same moveset and abilities as the incantation Fire Knights. He's identifiable by the death mask he wears, which has like multiple eyes. He has voice lines, one of the only enemies to have voice lines. And he's created several clones of himself around the district and summons putrid corpses to be his friends. You can just say you want to hang out, dude. This sounds really sad.
But if you thought about it, like if you were, say you're in a band, if you're in a band in the lands between and you need to fill the show for your Instagram and you want like a lot of people in the crowd.
Featuring putrid corpses.
Yeah, you just summon a bunch of them and they're going to mosh normally.
Yeah.
There's just one random dude that's there to see the show. And then because he's there, there will be a mosh pit.
Yeah. Fire Knights are, all pretty cool. They're mostly all pretty cool, except for
Quilline.
Berries and Cream.
Berries and Cream. A Fire Knight that devoted his all to the crusade, remade his greatsword in the shape of a lance, aspiring to become a second impaler. It's like a middle brother who looks at their older brother and they're like, I want to be quarterback too.
I was in college and it was our first semester, and one of our buddies, he's like, he's like, oh, my throat feels so tight. And then everyone started calling him Tight Throat. And I was like, that's fine. That's a cool nickname. And then another buddy's like, oh, I forget. He's like, dude, my tongue is numb. You guys should call me Numb Tongue. I'm like, you can't force it.
You can't come up with your own nickname.
No. And it's like, all right, well, Mesmer is already the Impaler. You could just be like something else. Berries and Cream.
I'm going to be the second Impaler.
If he just went as Berries and Cream, I would support him. Is that all we had on Berries and Cream?
No, he's desperate for Mommy America's approval, begging for her to like him, which also feeds into the fact that he's like, well, she likes Mesmer, and I think I could be like a Mesmer, so maybe if I'm like Mesmer, I'll be cool.
It's also like, that's her son, dude.
Yeah, I know you're the friend that comes over every weekend, and you had a million sleepovers.
He's going straight Fountains of Wayne in this. He's like, Mesmer's mom has got it going on.
Is this the guy, though, that has the piercing thrust attack?
Queelan's greatsword is like a spear. It's got some sick thrust.
So I switched.
Queelan's got a good thrust. He is packing.
His thrust game is strong.
Yes.
His thrust attack, though, is fire imbued, but if you get that Ash of War, you can change it to different elements. I believe I'm correct in saying that. But this is what I used on Milady, both sexually and in the game. Milady has, it's one of those nimble greatswords that has different stances. But if you pack this Ash of War on top of it, it is pretty dope.
Milady loves a good thrust.
You get some good range with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Milady loves a good poking.
Good thrust game loves Berries and Queen, or Berries and Queen and Berries and Cream.
Big Queen fan.
Big Queen fan. Yes.
We had a beer we're drinking. This one comes to us all the way from Texas, from Rykard Kristinek, from Galveston Island Brewing. This is Marchtoberfest. It's brewed on island, and it's a 4.5% Marchtoberfest, a 2024 World Beer Cup Gold Award winner.
Interesting.
Thank you, Rykard.
That is delectable.
That's a delicious Oktoberfest style beer. I like that it is Marchtoberfest.
And it was 70 degrees today in Milwaukee, so we are really leaning into it.
Crazy nice right now.
So when you're fighting Queenline, strategy that you're going to want to use, encountered at Bellerot Tower and Church of the Crusade, beat both of them to get the prayer room key where you can find him weeping and huddled in the fetal position. I don't remember that. Did I do that? Is that bonus stuff? Because I think I just fought him on the bridge.
Well, no, you don't fight him on a bridge. You fight him in a courtyard, and you fight him in a church.
I am thinking of a different one of the Fire Knight boys.
No, Queeland, you do find him crying, and you have the option to like give him hope or give him despair. Either way, Queeland, I'm going to do it twice and get both of whatever you're offering. Go fuck yourself. Number 28 of the Shadow of the Erd Tree enemies, we have the Curseblades. These are the warrior ascetics on a perpetual quest to achieve divinity through penance. These characters in lore and like books are always kind of dickheads. I get it. You're punishing yourself to become closer to whoever you're worshiping. It's a very Jesus thing. I understand. Jesus suffered. If you suffer, you get closer to God. To me, that's like crazy. But I also was raised thinking that it was all about drinking wine in second grade, which I was into that too.
You remember when we started the DLC content? I was like, there's the spinny boys that I don't like.
Yep.
These are them.
These are the spinny boys.
When we were talking about the man flies, the Jeff Goldblums, the poison boys that I encountered on my way down to the Abyssal Woods. Mm-hmm. Curseblades and the man flies are together.
They're hanging out there.
In this portion of the map. You thought Curseblades weren't bad already, you give them poison at a distance, and it makes it even worse.
The man flies by themselves are not an issue, but when there's a lot of them, that's a problem. But when there's even one Curseblade, there's an issue.
Yes.
The Curseblades are very mobile, and they do a lot of... they do the 5Ds of dodgeball. They do all of them.
And they're going to hit you with the wrench every time.
If you can dodge a blasphemous blade, you can dodge a ball.
Yes.
Yes. And
they prove to be very good at dodging my attacks. You're going to run into one immediately when you start the DLC. They're like perched up by this like
they're one of the
thing.
first ones you see.
Immediately gave me trouble. And then I didn't have trouble again until I got to Mesmere and the hippo.
Yeah.
But these guys are too strong for their own liking.
There's a few times they catch you off guard, but they're international dodgeball champions. They failed in their efforts to become tutelary deities. They have a hunched stance, horned mask, and a pair of Curseblades cirques. General, they do quick slashes that will overcome their targets with a combination of rapid strikes and blood loss buildup, which makes their quick slashes even more dangerous. Most attacks are multi-hit combos, very mobile. They can throw a dagger while doing a mid backflip. It's like, okay, someone's been watching The Matrix and taking notes. Sick. They can then launch forward. They'll use a grab attack, getting you in a headlock with their legs. Ichiwawa. Usually have to pay extra for that.
It's called a Hurricanrana?
Hurricane Rana.
Yeah.
Rey
Mysterio used to do it.
I used to think it was just a Frankensteiner, but that's something else.
Yeah, Frankensteiner is a whole different move.
Hit and run tactics and fighting on a slant is beneficial. Just get on a little set of stairs. It'll confuse them. They are elevator people. Single Curseblade in the ancient ruins of Ra is in possession of a horned baron and can summon dark orbs. They're not that much of an issue, though. You prefer that. 3% chance to drop their cirques and armor. One boss variant, the Curseblade Labyrinth, and they have additional attacks that cause darkness to envelop the arena. All in all, I love their design. It's very entertaining to watch from Flippity Doodah and Vati Vidya movies. I don't want to fight them.
Don't want to run into them in an alley.
Conversely, if there was the Elden Ring fighting game, I would probably choose them most of the time.
This is closer to Eddie in Tekken.
Yes,
this is more Eddie akin.
This is the spam cheese character.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to have a good time in Tekken if you're fighting as this guy. Next up, we have the Inquisitors, or Inquisitor, if it's just one. Inquisitors ask questions and enforce codes imposed by an Inquisition. They seek to eliminate heresy, which Ghost is putting out a new album in April, and heresy seems to be a big point in their new single. And I've been saying the word heresy, singing along to Ghost, like 1,000 times this week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's very. You're an inquisitive person, though.
I try to be. It's the haircut. The haircut made me better. It gave me an intelligence boost.
Yeah. I don't know. Your hair was good before as well.
Yeah, it was just very long.
It was.
They use torture to accomplish these means, which
That's where you lose me.
that's where, yeah,
You had me be like, oh, cool, you're like inquisitive. No.
no, you're torturing people to get the information. And guess what? When you torture people, if you torture them long enough, they're going to say whatever you want them to say. So it's like, are you really even getting the answers?
Yeah. One of the things that sticks out of me from the Game of Thrones books, The Song of Ice and Fire, I always say Game of Thrones for those that are not aware. Those are called the Song of Ice and Fire books. In Clash of Kings, there's a character that they put a rat inside of a metal pot and they put it on someone's stomach and they start asking questions. If they don't get the answer, they like to heat the pot up so the rat tries to claw its way out of the stomach.
They put that in the show.
And I know.
At Harrenhal.
It's just such a fun way to torture someone, you know?
Well, it's because it's up to the rat.
Yeah.
You know? Like if you're just like bamboo shoots under the fingernails, you're in control of that. Jumper cables on the testicles, you're in control of that.
Been there.
But then you add a rat who is a sentient being. It's a mammal.
It's double torture.
A rodent? Are rodents mammals?
I'm just saying, Stuart Little had a family.
He did.
Yeah.
And it was the guy from House.
And he had shoes.
So yeah, they use torture to accomplish their means. They are in large numbers near the abyssal woods, where they mean to quash any further interests of Sage Midra.
Don't go down there.
Yeah, don't. No. Plus, you don't get torrent, so what's the point?
It's closed.
They are also in large numbers in Irlem.
Yes.
They attack using candelabras that can be easily obtained. I have one. It's cool. It's hanging in my dining room.
Can be easily outran.
Oh. I thought I said obtained. They attack using candelabras that can be easily outran. If in a group, their streams of fire can easily detain you. Don't get caught.
Yeah.
The platter variant swaps the candelabra for a platter with a single candle, which is quaint and cute and almost like a date night. But
It's like a Halloween costume would rock.
this crescent-shaped platter casts golden arcs instead of flames, excellent range, and travels at high speeds. They also carry golden knives in their offhands, so they're dangerous. Frenzied flamed variants, same as the other two, but with two different frenzy flamed attacks, which is just going to fuck your whole day up.
Naturally.
And then you have the Phantom variant. These variants can be found in the Jory or Yori fight, however you want to pronounce that.
I'm
name.
going Jory.
I think I'm going to go Jory because we're not German.
And also there's Jory Cassell in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
There are the large Inquisitors. They skipped leg day. They skipped cardio day. They skipped everything but the buffet.
Yep.
God bless them. America bless them. They're big boys and big girls. That's what I put down. Lore, Inquisitors who could shut down a buffet. I just quoted myself. The general large Inquisitor, they pack a much heftier punch than their smaller friends, only found in two places, and that's Midra's Manse and Enir Lem. They can attack with body slams and rapid spins in addition to the other standard Inquisitor spells. Now, I'm not from the 70s, but I did watch I Love the 70s on VH1, and there's a thing called Weebles Wobble.
You ain't no Weeble Wobble.
Well, Weebles wobble, but they won't fall down. And it's like those little, like, top-heavy little round things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. For listeners a little older than myself, you might be aware of what those are. And they're the Phantom ones. Quite problematic when you were being attacked from multiple sides already. It's just the ghost of a big boy.
Speaking of big boys, we have Jory, the Elder Inquisitor, which you're going to run into this guy at the end of a catacomb that's going to lead you to my least favorite part in the game, the Abyssal Woods.
My favorite.
The lead up getting into it, coming out of the catacombs, fighting a boss, and then going to a new area, fantastic. Love that setup. The Abyssal Woods sucks my whole asshole.
Some people like horror. You're more of a happy-go-lucky. You want to watch like a romantic comedy type guy.
This game is scary enough.
You'd go to Cerulean Coast and you'd watch a little like romantic comedy with Reese Witherspoon. I'm going to the Abyssal Woods.
I love Reese Witherspoon.
And I'm hanging out with that one lady in all of the Conjuring movies. That grandma.
The grandma?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
She's invited. Woody Harrelson also bangs her in Kingpin.
That's the same woman?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Jory is the leader of the Inquisitors in the Land of Shadow, a paragon of holy virtue, and deals almost exclusively holy damage. And I'm a holy boy going into this fight, but I'm not using my blasphemous
So you guys are
blade
just
anymore.
yelling prayers at each other?
Yes.
God bless you. No, God bless you.
Gesundheit.
God bless you.
can summon a phantom. Can summon the Phantom Inquisitors that we just talked about to assist him in his goals. You're going to find him at the Darklight Catacombs. Like I said, moving into the Abyssal Woods, which was one of my favorite reveals of the game. Exiting a catacomb into a new area. I thought that was super dope.
Very fun.
And then Torrent runs away, and you're like, fuck, this is heavy.
It's just moody as all shit down there.
Yeah, and you just got evil sheep and rats everywhere.
Yeah, what's not to like about it, man? You just don't like the aging Untouchables.
I can't parry. I can't. I've been saying this forever. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, it's your one weakness.
Typically, weak-bodied casters must be much more dangerous at a distance than close up. So, yeah, you're going to want to close the distance because if you let him just fucking spam you with spells, you're going to be in trouble.
You got a lot of ranged attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to get in. If you get in close and you do some damage really quick, you can kill him before the phantoms really become a problem.
Yeah.
It's not a terribly hard fight, but if you find yourself trying to like dip and dive and dance around, you're going to have to deal with all those Phantom Inquisitors, and it really becomes a headache.
It's nice summoning a Spirit Ash to run a little interference with some of the phantoms that get summoned because you do want to kind of bum rush our main boy here, Jory. It's not easy, though.
At range, they're going to cast various Holy Arc projectiles as well as Spira.
They're fast.
Which conjures 9 pillars that track your position and is a real pain in the butt to get out of the way of. They will use their barbed spear up close, but will teleport away quickly. And anytime an enemy teleports away quickly is usually a good sign to you that they don't like you being in their grill. So you should definitely run directly up to them again.
Just do the exact same thing. Somersault, somersault, somersault.
I just, circle, 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 circle. I just roll over to them like an armadillo.
It'd be funny if the only stat counter from software provided was dodge rolls. Then at the end of the game, 30,000.
Yeah.
That was me.
Well, if you wear your Apple Watch in the lands between, I think it counts your dodges instead of your steps.
Your Erdl watch or something. I don't know what it'd be called.
Your Erdl watch.
Yeah.
The teleporting that they do is in a 5-pointed star configuration, including a center point.
Heavy metal?
A pentagram.
Or just a star, depending on where you're standing.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the circle around it.
Yeah.
It's just a star then.
Depends on where you're standing.
You're really close. Well, the route that I take to fight them is usually the circle on the outside of the battlefield. So it's a giant pentagram battle fight. The Divine Intervention spell conjures the phantoms much like a Spirit Ash.
Don't use my shit against me.
It should be noted, at one point in development, this was a remembrance boss. It would be a twosome of Skinny Boy and Big Boy, as FromSoft is like to do.
Yes.
But we have the Godskin duo.
Yeah.
So maybe they decided like...
It's like Ornstein and Schmo from Dark Souls, which you probably aren't familiar with.
No.
I also haven't played it, but I've watched a lot of speedruns, and I know that is the classic, quintessential Big Boy and Skinny Boy.
Yeah, it's the friend group that you find standing outside of a liquor store when they're 20 years old.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you buy us Coors Light?
Yeah.
And
Jay
then
and Silent Bob.
And I say, of course I can.
Of course I will.
Because I'm a man of the people.
Yes. $30.
How much does a case of Coors Light go for now? Like $85?
Okay, good luck. Bye.
Yeah. Drinking is an expensive hobby. The guys from Superbad learned that when I told them no outside of consumer beverage.
I turned 21 before most of my friends because I was in the older age of that grade. And so I turned 21 and I went to the liquor store and I took in a list of what me and like my 7 friends wanted to drink and I bought it all. So it was like $85, $90 worth of stuff. And here's my ID. It says I turned 21 today. And she's like, whoa. It's a lot. I'm like, I'm just curious. I want to try a few. I've never tried any of them.
We're doing a buffet style.
Yeah, I just want to try a couple of things just for me.
Meanwhile, there's 5 friends like peeking in the window of the liquor store like, did he get it? Get the fuck out of here. Stop it. You're being conspicuous. Yeah, so that's Jory. Jory's a fun fight. Like I said, one of my favorite moments of the game, followed by one of my least favorite moments in the game, which is tough to do. Next up, we got Sage of Anir Elim. The venerated high priests of Anir Elim stand defiant in meditation, determined to dissuade all intruders from desecrating their holy grounds.
Yeah, they just don't like people having fun.
Yeah, when approaching...
They call the neighbors.
Yeah, and in this case, when
Then
you
they call the
approach,
cops.
they summon the cops,
Yep.
which is a deadlier version of the spirit incantation, because that's what they're going to do when you start approaching. This is their only method of attacking, though, so learn to dodge that, and you are good.
Yeah, get behind them, sneak up on them. They have no chance.
Beat that ass, and guess what? You're going to get a Somber Smithing Stone +9.
They can drop them, and they keep respawning. That's a big drop.
Good farm.
Our next enemy, we have the Horned Warrior. Now, these steadfast sentinels of the Spiral Tower, including its lower half, the Bellerad Tower, they are adept warriors who practice invocation to hone their abilities and become great protectors of the Horn Scent. Now, the general variant, they come prepared with physical damage negation. That's mostly what I'm up to, probably. All of the Horned Warriors share a weakness to piercing damage, so bring out your pokers. Universally resistant to all elemental damage types except holy damage, which is interesting. They can take a nap. You can make them go to sleep if you have the right music. Parry their swings if you got big balls of steel. I don't. I'm terrified. You can't even parry, Freya.
It's impossible.
It's not even a thing that exists. They will attack with a mixture of melee strikes and a few special spiral enhanced techniques. There is the dual curve sword variant, which will unleash successive spinning slashes, adept at leaping attacks to close gaps, and if they hold both swords at their side, the coming spiral spike attack will launch you into the air and is followed up by another spike to keep you there. They're wearing masks kind of like the Divine Beast warriors. They walk slow. They walk like the tyrant from Resident Evil. They have a purpose, and they want to fight. Like, this person walks into a bar and they're like, all right, who's getting me kicked out? Who am I going to jail for?
Yeah, they wake up every morning and choose violence.
Yes, it's like people that drive on 94 at 5 p.m.
Exactly, yes.
They are all out there choosing violence.
And where are you going so fast? Because you're just going to be in the same traffic that I'm in.
They're going to go 3 miles an hour.
You're going to be 2 car lengths ahead, and you almost killed 4 people to get there.
And they're just listening to Lady Gaga at full volume in there.
I flipped off somebody my first 2 weeks in Milwaukee.
Whoa.
Who on 94 who did that, and then they threatened to shoot me. So I have not flipped off anybody in my car in 4 years.
It's because you don't know who you're flicking off.
You never know.
You don't fuck with people you don't know. That's a rule.
Yeah, and I used to think the roads were safe.
What if it was John Wick?
Well, he'd be fine if I flipped him off as long as I didn't like kick his dog.
A fucking pencil.
But you're not hurting his dog. You're just flipping him off. I feel like he'd brush that off.
The curved greatsword variant, they use sweeping combos that frequently end with a downward strike that plants their blade into the ground. They'll use kicks and shoulder checks. Appreciate that. And their single spiral attack begins with them holding their sword against their chest. What follows is a series of 5 downward slams, with the final slam remaining briefly in the ground before the warriors create a spirous shockwave in front of them, causing shockwaves to radiate outwards and me to second guess where I'm going.
Scary enemy.
No, thank you.
I'm going to pass. It's like fighting Vader from WWE. Like he'd climb up on the turnbuckle and then just drop off and body slam you.
Vader was never intimidating. Even as a little kid, I'm like, he has a stupid little like knockoff leather mask from a sex store. He's just a big dude in a red onesie.
You know who was scarier but much more lovable? Mankind. Mankind had a scary get up.
His horror film would win an Oscar.
Yes.
Yes.
Vader's would win a Razzie.
Yep. He's Shark Vader. Yeah.
Shark Vader. Shark Vader NATO.
Vader
NATO.
Yeah, there's something there.
Yeah.
Hurricane Vader.
There we go.
What's in that hurricane? Oh my God.
It's a bunch of Vaders.
Oh my God. Do we have some more Divine Warriors, Tyler?
Yeah, we have the Divine Bird Warrior.
Caw! That's their catchphrase.
So if you've ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they dress up like eagles,
You bet your ass I have.
and they look like chickens, this is what we're looking at, a Divine Bird Warrior. Those horned warriors who have been chosen to ascend to become Divine Warriors, both beast and bird. The very first of all the horned warriors, They're cruel and shun human companionship because...
I'm getting older, too.
Yeah, I don't want to meet new people.
I'm into that.
I got my friends.
It's the other day at work, one of my coworkers that I work every day with, he's like, yeah, we're not really friends, though. We're like coworkers. I'm like, yeah, I see you more than my wife, dude.
I went speed dating recently.
Yeah.
And had a great time. And then after speed dating was done, I was just chatting with a few people, and a guy came up and tried to get my information so that we could be friends. And I've never in my adult life met a stranger that wanted to be friends. And I had no idea how to deal with this.
I've done that. When I moved to Milwaukee, that's how I made friends, which is great. Now I'm done. I have friends.
You got to pick your time, though, after speed dating. And if
it's an odd time.
Because I was talking to ladies at the table after speed dating.
Well, it's a good look, though. If at least even if guys want to be your friends, like that's a good look.
It kind of threw me off. And then I felt old for the first time because I was like, I have all the friends I need. I'm sorry, man.
Well, yeah. You could say maybe I'll see you around.
He didn't live in town, which was made it even weirder.
Yeah, I'm getting red flags, dude. I wouldn't date that guy again.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
So, shunning human companionship.
Few have ever succeeded in invoking their divine power. Ornis, a Spiritash Batman-typed character, who is a figure whom all horned warriors claim descendant. Ornis tamed the divine bird and made its wings his own as he soared through the sky. When he finally fell to earth, he lived as the guardian deity of the Temple of Quarter, which is essentially Icarus if it was a happy ending.
And it's essentially Batman in that he is above Gotham City and he just looks down and he'll just swoop down and protect him. Although he doesn't do that. That says the item description says he does. Could you imagine if you were in the middle of fighting enemies in the Temple Quarter and all of a sudden the fucking Divine Bird Warrior just drops in?
Like, oh, fuck.
I'd be pumped. It'd be one of those, like, I'm so happy I just shit my pants moments.
But then you got to fight him.
I'm ready.
On top of whatever. I'm probably fighting man-flies at the same time.
And him and I would be like, we're not taking more friends right now. And we're like, do we just become friends?
That's how it works, though.
Yeah.
When you're over 30, that's how you meet friends.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to hang out with you. And then 2 weeks later, you're in their backyard barbecuing.
My coworker explained, he's like, yeah, there's this guy at the gym. And him and I have seen each other a lot. We've never said a word. We spot each other often, but we never talk. I'm like, that's like an ideal adult friendship right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, good for you, man. Don't ever talk to him. It'll be weird.
You're going to run into dual curved sword wielding horned warriors that have ascended to the status of divine bird warriors. They got 2 curly ass swords. It's like Arby's French fries.
Yes. They're wielding curly fries.
They retain the previous form's melee combos, but gain new melee and special attacks, able to sprout wings and dive bomb you from the air. Anything that has an aerial advantage on me in this game is a nightmare.
This is who we played as in Night Rain.
Yes.
Yep.
2 special attacks include a quick strafe, after which they launch a fan of golden feathers, and a flying bombardment of feathers as they hover in midair. Honestly, one of the coolest character designs for the DLC. I really like the way these guys look.
Yeah.
And fighting them is, it's challenging, but fun. Like, anytime, I feel like you get far and few between just like jump attacks that enemies have. Anytime something like gets up in the air and you're just like, if you don't have magic or anything that tracks, it's like you're just helpless for a second.
My mouth just kind of opens and I just look up like a dummy. Like, whoa.
Fuck. I gotta fight this thing?
Yeah. It's like the first time you fight Horaloo and the dude just jumps like 50 feet in the air. And I'm like, you're going to hit me right now. But I wait for it anyways.
I want to feel the power.
You know, believe it or not, we got ourselves another divine warrior. We got the divine beast warrior.
I like this one more because it does look more heavy metal and more emo.
They're even more angry. These ones like don't walk after you. They wait for you to get into range and then they sprint at you. This is like slasher villain status.
It's like fighting Jorge Masvidal in the Octagon.
Whatever that means, yeah. It's like fighting Randy Orton in Elden Ring.
Honestly, yeah, because Randy Orton can RKO you out of nowhere, and Jorge Masvidal had that one fight against Ben Askren where he kneed him in the face really fast.
I'll message Randy Orton, see if we can get him on the show.
Dude, that would be big. That'd be a big pull.
The Divine Beast Warriors are powerful, holy warriors that can channel elemental powers in combat. Some of the most formidable foes you will face in the Land of Shadow. They have 3% drop rates for their armor, which you want because it's cool looking. Now, there are 3 variants. We have the Lightning variant. This is an Ascended Divine Horned Warrior with a great sword. Now wields lightning in its attacks. They announce their huge dick energy with a huge roar. They have access to 3 elemental attacks. 1, they launch a lightning bolt from their mouth at great distance. They can do a lightning-infused shoulder check, which I'm into. They can also conjure a massive lightning sword around their own blade before unleashing a huge sweeping attack. The Ice variant, similar to its shocking kin, this warrior can conjure a colossal ice sword over its own. This weapon will cause ice spikes to emerge from the ground as it passes. A stomp will also cause ripples of ice. Very difficult to roll through, best to jump over. Jumping is actually better to dodge rolling most of the time. And the final and most dangerous of the Divine Beast Warriors, we have the Wind. This is the final non-boss enemy before the end of the DLC. They'll conjure tornadoes that travel the length of the platform it appears on. They can create a massive wind-formed sword for a series of devastating slashes. And its most dangerous attack summons a small tornado beneath your feet, which then launches you into the air. They jump after you and execute a brutal downward slash that sends you hurtling to the ground. This warrior will not respawn. These are some of the most substantial non-boss enemies in all of Elden Ring. I put them up there with Hailing Tree Knights. Hailing Tree Knights are maybe my least favorite enemy to fight in the game. But the Divine Beast Warriors and their elemental variants, they're all just really cool in concept, and they stand out as like cool moments in a Near Limb. Big fan of the Divine Beast Warriors.
I like the Chinese New Year too.
I don't get it.
Oh, I thought you were moving on to the Dancing Beast line.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
It is the year of the lion. I remember the first time I went to like an Asian buffet. I was in high school, and it was like, figure out which year you are.
Yeah, because you have the placemats with like the calendar year on it.
That are just mass produced. And one of them was Year of the Rat. I'm like, don't be Year of the Rat. Don't be Year of the Rat. And I got Year of the Dragon. I'm like, yes.
I don't remember. I think I'm a monkey.
That's cool.
It's not. It could be worse.
Dragon's what you want. But you could have been a rat.
Year of the Rat.
And there would be someone who's like, no, rats are cool because of this. And I'm like, yeah, well, it says like not a dragon.
Can a rat fly? Could you imagine if rats could fly? It was like the first time
they're called bats.
Touche.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the first time I realized the cockroach could fly. I thought I had him cornered. I was about to smash him in Florida, and then he flew at my face, and then I realized I have a new fear unlocked.
Yeah. They fly now.
They fly now.
But we have one more divine beast, don't we, Tyler?
And
I'm gonna lead us into this divine beast dancing line. They're messengers of the heavens. Well, okay, just calm down a little bit. I mean, you can say hi.
Getting kind of out of your body there.
Okay, you're a pretty big deal. These sculpted keepers are representatives used to perform the ritual of the lion dance during the Tower Festival. Sculpted keepers, they're fucking ripped. They're toned.
Yeah,
they have people that oil them.
And fluffers.
They're ready. Only the greatest of horned warriors become divine beast warriors, and few of them become sculpted keepers. Sounds funny. A divine idol worshipped by the denizens of Ballarat Tower. The protector against would-be assailants. When Messmer's army assailed the tower, the lion dance was turned towards martial ends. It's like, yeah, you thought the Macarena was funny, but now I'm doing it with an angry fighting technique. Hey, Macarena. Yeah, and I summoned a lion. Originally, there were many dancing lions watching over the realm of shadow, but Messmer's culling has reduced their numbers to just 2 survivors.
See, and that is a shame. Because when an animal goes extinct like that, it's bad for the environment. And the dancing lion is badass.
The ecosystem is going to be thrown off.
Yeah.
What about the divine beast dancing gazelle that got hunted by them?
Yeah, where's that one at?
Also, I really showed my age with the Macarena reference. I wish I had done the Fortnite dance, but we can't take it again.
No, we live
in the now.
We live in the now.
Yeah, there's only 2 survivors of these. Hornsent Grandam, mistaking you for part of Mesmer's army, pleads with the dancing lion to purge you from Ballarat. It's like, come on, old lady. That ain't me.
Let me get my boogie on.
This all sounds cool, but at the same time, it is just two dudes in a costume.
Yeah.
But they're able to, through their slippery, sexy dance moves, actually summon God, which respect as well. I have been dancing before in the club when I was a much younger man, and I thought maybe I summoned Jesus to the club with my moves. I was just tripping.
Well, when In the Club by 50 Cent comes on, I'm going to go hard every single time. And I think that I'm summoning Jesus, but instead I'm just summoning a bouncer coming over to be like, you are very drunk. You've spilt all of your beers. You need to leave.
And I'm like, but to the windows and to the walls.
Till the sweat drips down my balls, man. And then
he's like, my man, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
I was not familiar with your game.
Yep. And then you start doing some slippery dance moves. And he's like, oh my God, are you a lion?
I straight up used to do the worm. Yeah. When I was a much lighter man, I used to do the worm at high school dances and then in college and then at the clubs.
I can see that.
I would do the worm and then I hit my jaw really fucking hard once.
And you never wormed again.
I clicked my teeth so hard, it felt like I got uppercutted by Mike Tyson.
You were the divine beast squirming worm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wore that badge with pride. Anybody out there doing the worm, be careful. When you hit your jaw on that concrete floor in that club, I think I might have given myself a concussion. It was bad.
Don't do it. Tell us about the regular variant, Tyler.
So you can summon myself.
And by regular variant, I just mean the normal boss. Yes.
Yeah. When I saw regular, I panicked for a second. I was like, what, regular? You run into one in the wild? What?
No, but yes. You'll show up to help them.
Yeah, if you need some help, I'm here. Redmane Freya, here to help you out in case you can't handle the heat all by yourself. A bestial adversary with command over the elements of lightning, wind, and ice. Incredibly mobile because it's two boys on top of each other just squirming around like the Chinese New Year. I forget who sent it to the Discord, but before I ever fought this boss, I saw that video of them like taking the lion off of it and you just see the animation.
I think that's Bonfire VN's video, or it could be Zilly the Witch. It's a great video. When they remove the clothing and like the helmet, you can just see the two sculpted keepers underneath, like posing. Yeah, very cool.
This fight is gonna begin like any fight with myself when I'm at the bar. I'm gonna start with headbutts. I got a thick dome, and I'm gonna use it.
It's dangerous.
The dancing
someone
lion,
that's not afraid of concussions, you know.
I got a thick skull. I'll be fine.
Said every football player that killed their families.
Touche.
Benoit.
I was just going to say Chris Benoit. You knew the wrestling.
Somebody at work the other day was like, yeah, do you know who Chris Benoit is? I'm like, the Canadian crippler, you asshole. Of course I do.
Yeah. Flying headbutt.
Killed his family.
Best friends with Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
I am familiar. The dancing lion is going to begin with headbutts, body slams, and the occasional grab. The grab, clicking bite, has a unique audio cue. I did not know that.
Yeah, it goes. That like sound of like teeth chomping.
He does he does do his jaws too before he grabs you. I noticed that, but I didn't pick up on the audio. I picked up on the visual.
Yeah.
The dancing lion will rear onto its hind legs, which is just Tom in the back with Bob up on top.
Yep, Tom and Josh.
Tom and Josh?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it is Tom and Josh. So Tom's going to go back on his back legs here with Josh on his shoulders. Josh is going to lock eyes with you, producing a sharp clicking noise by smacking his jaws together, which I've hung out with Josh. It's scary.
He'll bite you.
Phase 1, rolling backwards, can be used entirely for the first phase, except for some ranged attacks like spew breath and triple breath spin.
Triple breath spin. Oh, thank you.
That's what Kendrick Lamar and Eminem used to do those incredibly long verses where it sounds like they're not breathing.
Like how Yanni can hold one note on the flute for 24 hours.
Precisely.
Yes.
Phase 2.
You compare things to Eminem. I compare them to Yanni. We are not the same.
No. I had a very different upbringing. At 66%, you're going to hit phase 2. The dancing lion becomes super pissed off, very enraged, rising into the air and unleashing a powerful scream to bestow itself with elemental powers. If you've ever been to a metal show, it's when the headliner comes on.
Yeah.
Rather than gaining new abilities, it alternates between channeling its 3 different elements. Each begins with the lion levitating in the air before streaming as the aura changes. Each channeling lasts between 15 and 30 seconds. Lightning aura grants lightning strikes, peppering the ground. Additionally, it can launch a lightning bolt out of its mouth with incredible range that totally did not hit me the first time that I saw it coming.
Yeah.
Wind aura summons wind gusts around it during some of its attacks that expand outward in a sphere. You're going to want to roll towards them, which is classic Elden Ring. Go for the rump. Dodge into the attack.
Go closer. It also gains the Divine Beast Tornado, which cannot be rolled through, though. Sprint or roll away from that.
Yep, and then you got the Ice Aura, summons icicles onto the ground, jump over them. Frost Stomp has the lion raise its front right leg skyward before slamming it down.
I like that, where one of the dudes puts one leg up and boom, like a sumo wrestler. Very cool.
Creating a 5-pointed star of icicles as it lands. They travel an impressive distance outward, but can be jumped over.
Jump over them.
At around 40 health, it begins to use cavorting elements,
which sounds like a regular technique used at the bar.
A powerful dance that channels all 3 elements in succession by tossing a lightning bolt from its mouth, performing 2 slams with wind AOE, and crashing to the ground and causing icicles to cascade in a large radius.
This is, when I'm glad to have Redmane Frey by my side.
Yeah, because she can tank pretty good for this fight. I didn't summon her, though, because I fought this guy post-patch, because wasn't this one of the guys that would, pop up, as soon as you work, through the mist, just beat your ass right away?
Yeah. There was a door, but you should have known. Regardless, if you didn't talk to Frey beforehand, she won't be in there to fight.
I didn't use Freya, but I didn't have a tough time with bigger bosses in the Blasphemous Blade. The hitbox is so OP.
Yeah.
And especially this guy, because he'll kind of dance side to side, but when he starts coming at you, I feel like you can hit him 2 or 3 times with Taker's Flame. And I melted him. Plus with the Mimic Tier, game over.
Yeah, I got this boss in my second try on my first playthrough. Wasn't one that gave me much trouble, but yeah, it's one of the best boss designs. It is stunning.
From the trailer, it was definitely the one that caught my eye immediately.
It's given a pretty big showcase there. Then there's also the Deathblight variant.
That's great at Deathblights now.
At Deathblights now. It summons an army of basilisks for the fight.
I never got to that point.
You never went and fought that?
Are you saying that's
the Deathblight variant in the Rau Ruins?
Oh, I thought you meant that this variant has if you get him low enough HP, he can do that. I beat him before he could do that.
There's the Deathblight Dancing Lion.
I don't like basilisks. Basilisks. Is it basilisks?
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't add an I to that?
1,000%.
Balisai.
Now, number 37, we have the Madding Hand. This is they were branded a heretic by the Horn Scent and hunted by the Inquisitors for their belief in the Frenzied Flame. Don't persecute me for believing in a different religion. His unyielding desire for revenge drove him to craft his signature Madding Hand from flayed skin. He flayed another person's hand and put it over his own. Very Leatherface.
Is this the weapon you can get?
Yes.
I watched a guy beat the DLC with only this weapon. It's insane.
It is very weird. You can also get the Poison Hand weapon. The Madding Hand, though, he's just wearing some other dude's hand, and he's roaming around the woodland trail in the Abyssal Woods.
It's called a glove.
Yeah. It's a human glove. He wears the Prophet Blindfold and Greybird's armor, may use Frenzied Flame incantations, and can cause madness. Just don't let him get to that point. You can peel off the hand made of other people's skin and slide it onto your own then, and you are now the Madding Hand.
We are one step closer to a Leatherface build.
I wish.
I mean, it's not Leatherface, it's Leather Hand.
Yeah, that's a Godskin apostle.
Yeah. You're right.
That is just them.
Yeah.
Yep. Except they don't have their desire to be loved by their mother and sexually frustrated personas. Maybe they do, but they don't wear it on their face.
They hide it well.
Yeah.
I see that you gave me Aging Untouchables.
I did, because you hate them.
I know.
They're one of my favorite enemies in this whole dang game. I've died to them more than any other enemy. and I still just can't stop adoring him.
It's cool to have an enemy that operates different than anything else that you've encountered in the game. But at the same time, when the one thing that you have to do to beat them is something that I view impossible in the game, it's no fun for your boy.
Well, what is fun, though, is drinking a delicious beer.
From Oak Brewing Company.
That's where you work, Freya.
Yes, this is my place of employment. We have the Oak Sorry.
For those not from the Midwest, if you have ever heard of a Midwestern pun, that's oat brewing.
Yes. So our sour lines are called Sorries.
Souries.
No, sorry.
Soury.
Well,
it's sour.
You can say soury, but I say sorry.
Then it's just sorry.
Because it's Ope Sorry, didn't see you there.
I said, oh, sorry.
Oh, I say sorry.
Sorry. Sorry there, mate.
I get so many different pronunciations on even people. Our brand is OPE, and people are like, what's OPE mean?
You down with OPE?
Other people's enemies.
Yeah, you know me.
Yes. Oak Brewing Co. Put out the Ope Sorry line. We have a bunch of different flavors. This is the Berliner Weiss blueberry sour made with real blueberries. And I brought this one today because Ryan has been sending us so many delicious Blue Owl sours.
Yes.
I wanted to contrast it. And with the Blue Owl sours we have, like I said last time, they're more like wine sour. I would call them actually sour. With Ope, I feel like they're more tart beers because they have a hint of sweetness to them.
It's a great Berliner Weiss.
It is fantastic. This is my favorite sour we make. Maybe close to the blackberry lime because the blackberry lime with that acidic lime flavor gives you more of a sour flavor.
Very tart.
Yeah, it's tart. I wouldn't call it sour. But very popular. Every time we have this on draft at the brewery, it sells out like hotcakes. So I snagged a can. And I'm going to take a sip of that before I talk about my least favorite thing in the game.
Enjoy that because the Aging Untouchables see you and they're going to fucking get you.
They are aware.
Brad, you sleep with the lights on still because of these guys, right?
I have to have my dog, my handgun, my samurai sword, and my machete.
You went into the Abyssal Woods. It's like, Frank doesn't go here.
No, Frank would run away.
Yeah.
You put, are we playing Bloodborne, question mark, as the first note.
These are very much Bloodborne enemies.
Really? In what aspect?
In that almost this exact same enemy is ripped out of Bloodborne.
Okay.
Yes.
They are deformed, ugly motherfuckers. They're deformed. They're ugly. Eldritch beings that harbor the frenzied flame writhing in their frail bodies.
Sounds tough.
They roam the abyssal woods, frantically seeking out lost travelers and other creatures to infect with their madness. I wouldn't say, though, that they're frantically searching. It seems like they're just meandering.
Well, they're not like actively searching, but if they see them,
then it's game on.
Yes.
And they seem to know you're there before you know they're there sometimes.
This is the most serious game of hide and seek you've ever played.
Another reason that I hate these enemies so much is there is a fear. I don't know the name of it, but it's like circles, like gaps and holes.
Pareidolia or
something like that. Where like you look at like a beehive, like a wasp hive, when you cut it in half, like all the little like
the texture and like the patterns.
Just like it makes my skin crawl when I look at it.
An intense close up of a spider's eyeball.
Yes, I cannot handle it. For some reason, my skin crawls. I'm not afraid of it. It just grosses me out. And they have the same head. It is a grotesque mask of swollen grape-like grossness, which is perfect for the blueberry sour that we're drinking.
Now I want some wine.
Before seeing them, you may hear their labored, wheezing breathing.
I work with guys like this.
Yeah, you hear old Mark coming up the stairs before he's there. Once they're alerted, though, they
fucking Illinois bastards. Calm down, buddy.
Let me tell you about Fibs real quick.
Yep.
Also,
sorry, I was just.
Oh shit!
How many Vikings fans does it take to put it in a lipo? Sorry, I'm almost there.
Once alerted, they will let out a high-pitched wail and aggressively pursue you, either sprinting or teleporting into your dreams and haunting you for the rest of your life.
I don't like any of that.
Madness continuously builds up as you run away with great futility because that's not the way to do this. Instead, you have to face your fears.
Also, whatever armor you're wearing, you just took a shit in.
Yeah.
You have now got poopied armor.
I have poopy Radon Greaves on at this moment.
There's a little puddle just accumulating down by your boots.
The name Untouchables is apt due to them killing Brad 50 times and me probably close to 200 to 300 times.
Just let me run through here, man.
Sneaking helps for the first couple, but then the game puts you in a position where you actually have to fight them.
No, you don't.
I feel like it does.
You can sneak by all of them.
I can't. Well, I don't have the invisibility spell that you were talking about.
Just keep going.
I can't do it. So yeah, they're going to see you. Completely immune to all damage from attacks, including status ailments, except for one move and one move only. You can parry their grab, but as Brad so nicely put in my notes here, you might want to bring a diaper.
Yes.
How many times did it take you?
15?
Did you know that you had to parry?
Well,
did you look it up? Because I had to look this up.
I looked it up. This was when I was doing a cleanup of finding whatever items I was missing, and they have a talisman. If you are a shrewd player before you went on to Fix Your Life, there's an item in Major's Advance which says something about I touched them. Like there's something that hints towards parrying them. But no, I knew what I was getting into, and it probably took me 15 tries before I got a successful one. But you do need to get 2 successful parries. So, good luck.
That's evil. I remember seeing my first one in the Abyssal Woods, and you see them all hunched over because they have the big circle fucking the hive head thing, like all lurched down, and he's moving really slow. And I was like, this is some spellcaster.
Yep.
I'm going to just run up and Taker's Flame hit this asshole super quick.
Here you go, nerd.
And nothing happened. And then he teleported directly next to me and killed me within 2 seconds. So I was like, surely that was like some random generated attack that I wasn't ready for. So I came back to that same fight with the exact same strategy the second time. And then it happened again. And then I was like, oh, so this guy's just a straight up nightmare.
And then I just do a very long range bow attack. I'm going to get this nerd. And then he screams and just sprints at me, appears next to me, and then sucks my soul out.
Yeah, and no matter how many times you hit him with arrows as he's running up to you, it's futile. You're not doing anything to it.
Ain't nothing you can do.
But as Brad has said before, when we covered the Abyssal Woods, and as we just kind of mentioned, you can use Unseen Form and Assassin's Gambit to sneak by them. I did use Cotton to quiet my movement, and that seemed to help a little bit, but I didn't have Unseen Form. So
you need invisibility and quiet.
Yeah.
You need both.
Quiet will get you pretty far. I snuck by a lot of them, but then there's an area where there's like 2 of them pretty spaced out.
You need both of those at the same time.
Or the fog where you go into like where everything kind of gets like kind of hazy and you can't see shit. Yeah. And you just hear a screech because you're running around like a madman. And
once I'm caught, I lose all semblance of calm. I am then sprinting full speed using every healing spell and hoping I get around that one corner where they're like, all right, fuck this guy. Because eventually you can get away from him. It's not easy.
The teleport makes it so tough, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a little bit of explaining here on a mechanic in the game that's broken and doesn't work. Allegedly, you can use one successful parry, which will remove their invulnerability until you die or rest in the area. Beware of noise traps. The special tall yellow plants and bushes will make loud noises when touched and expose the player's position and attract aging untouchables. They look somewhat like a collectible ingredient plant, but they're not. They're just there to fuck your day up. It's like when Jake Sully walks into like the thump, 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 thump plants that like disappear.
And welcome to the first Avatar reference on Elden Dogs.
Yeah, probably going to be more of those. So avoid these yellow plants to stay quiet in the tall leaves there. They drop swollen grapes, and the first one drops aged one's exaltation, which buffs attack power when madness is triggered, which is something that I'm never going to use unless I'm fighting another madness indulging idiot.
Also, unless you're fighting a tarnish, because otherwise you can't make enemies go mad, non-tarnished enemies.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's so useless. Yeah, aging untouchables.
They should drop something cooler because of how much of a pain in the butt they are.
Like some raisins.
I take it.
Yeah. Some Roa raisins. Sorry, I just had a moment where raisins are made out of grapes, and the swollen grapes are what Hayata eats. And I'm like, is Torrent eating shriveled up eyeballs? Probably not, but we don't know.
Could be.
Crucible Knight Devonia. She is the most ancient Crucible Knight in existence. My lady, she's quite old. She served Godfrey and channeled the primordial energy of the Crucible. She wields a hammer bearing a torrent of life engraving. She'll wear a helmet in the shape of a hammer, very cool, which lends credence to the Crucible's smithing origins, which is also the ruins of Rao. There's a lot of smithing iconography here. She's rumored to have departed to the land of shadow alone in search of the Crucible's origin, where she got there and then just stood looking at any or limb from the distance and doesn't do anything forever. Did you give up? Do you see the furnace golem on the other side and you just said, I don't want to go across that bridge again?
I don't think I want none of that shit.
I don't think I want none of that shit. Maybe she's waiting for a more worthy challenger to arrive. Devonia calls upon an unnamed aspect of the Crucible that transforms her lower body into a pachyderm centaur with 6 limbs. Its 4 back legs resemble those of even-toed ungulates, while the front legs terminate in large hands with opposable thumbs. A lot of fun. A lot of fun in this design.
Yeah. What's up with fingers, though? There's a lot of fingers all the time.
It's always about fingers in this game. Sometimes even 3.
It's a shock.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
The shocker is 3 fingers.
Is that the thumb, though? No, I'm thinking of a bowling ball. Whoops. Devonia, phenomenally high defense against all damage types, though slightly less to fire and lightning.
Which makes my life really tough because I traded fire for lightning.
Well, but that's slightly less defense against those, so those are both good.
Oh, yeah, touche.
Has an impressive resistance to most status ailments, including a complete immunity to blood loss, so don't even try. Ranged melee attacks will help you avoid that massive hammer. Hit and run torrent attacking is a valid strategy, and what I probably did most of my times fighting her. Unlike other Crucible Knights, though, she cannot be parried. She says, get that weak shit out of my face. She has 2 special attacks, including Devonia's Vortex, where she spins the hammer above her head before slamming it down to a massive area of effect. Deals severe damage, but can be avoided by running away. And she has that aspect of the Crucible-esque incantation where she leaps into the air and sprouts those 4 hoofed legs. She'll leap up and down several times before landing that produces a shockwave. Special note, the name is a reference to the Devonian period from 419.2 to 358.9 million years ago. Trees evolve leaves, true roots, and seeds during the Devonian period. The period following was the Carboniferous, during which pentadactyls, or 5 fingers, evolved.
And that's why it's important to stay in school.
Cue the Unsolved Mysteries theme.
Do you believe?
That's not Unsolved Mysteries. That's X-Files.
I know, but it's like...
It's the same thing, though.
But like the opening themes are like close enough.
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
Sorry.
Next up, we got Phil.
Phil. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah. We got Red Bear.
It's just Phil, Red Bear, just Red Bear Phil.
Yeah, just Red Bear.
I'll never get that right.
It's so many words, and you think I would know it by now?
Well, and I just don't update the Patreon enough, and then I just always have to freestyle it.
It's Phil, just Red Bear. Phil, just Red Bear. Phil, thanks, Tyler.
Just Red Beer.
Maybe. I don't know.
On St. Patty's Day.
Yeah,
that's
Red
green
Bear.
Beer. That's green beer.
Yeah. Which is, it's not beer. It's the river water.
Ugh.
Chicago river water.
Red Bear.
The first of 4 nameless mausoleum fighters, the spirit of a nameless legendary warrior known only as the beast whose skin with which it adorns himself. It
sounds bad, and it is, but he's wearing a bear, which is less bad than wearing a human.
I mean, yeah.
Wearing an animal skin somehow isn't as bad.
If I killed a bear and I was in a different time period, I'd probably wear it.
All right, midsummer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely.
You'd wear that to out to a party.
Can you imagine me bartending with like a full like grizzly bear cloak?
You should.
Bitch better have my honey.
Ooh, very good Workaholics reference, Tyler.
Thank you. Yes. No one ever gets that reference at work.
Not a lot of people watch Workaholics.
It's a hidden gem.
It's actually good, but you have to break through because on the surface level, it's incredibly bad.
It's super dumb.
Once you get in, it's good.
What's up with all them books?
Yeah. That's
Working at a brewery that has a lot of dogs in it, the amount of times that I just want to go like poop dollar every time a dog takes a shit on the ground is hard.
I don't know what that one is.
They and work
Back to the Elden Ring.
They wrap a dollar around a dog turd and then they put it in the street and then they sit on the roof and they wait for people to try to pick up the dollar.
That's the problem with Workaholics is it's all derivative off of other stuff. It's Nostalgia Fest, the show, which is fine, but it's, you know what I mean.
It's a good show. Red Bear was a wild man who became obsessed with becoming a great red bear after slaying one.
Pretty straightforward.
And that sounds like it could possibly be a Robert Eggers movie at some point.
Yes, he would bring 2 hours of intense pathos to that character.
From the Elden Ring fandom wiki, the background is a man who became a bear.
Like that.
Which has sexual connotations for it in the gay community.
Oh, yeah. Keep good.
Appearance, a feral man wearing the pelt of a mighty bear.
I just love that those are both the same.
It's just, you said the same thing twice.
Yeah. You're just padding words for your essay right now. Wikipedia writer.
Yeah, you double spaced that.
Yeah.
So when you're fighting Red Bear, when you're fighting Phil here, you want to take advantage of his weak poise. Easy to interrupt his attacks. Attacks will quickly build up blood loss, but they lack range.
We love you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
The Black Jail Knight is the nameless spirit of a member of the Knights of the Solitary Jail. Through a secret rite, they relinquished their hearts for heightened battle prowess. Next, they engraved their blades with two crests, one depicting the light of birth and the other solitude. That's funny. It's like, well, you're born and then you're kind of lonely forever. And I'm just really lonely. Don't talk to me. I'm going to be looking at my shadow.
I have enough friends.
I don't need no friends. I'm lonely. The Black Jail Knight has range attacks from the repeating crossbow. Slow at first, but quickly build up speed. They lack strong tracking and can be easily dodged with rolls. They use a typical great sword moveset. Watch out for the solitary moonslash, which sends a large projectile straight forward, which is often followed up with a sudden leap forward into a sweeping slash attack.
Rakshasa. A berserker whose only concern is cutting down and devouring. Only those who repeat the cycle without rest can truly subvert the self and become Rakshasa.
Rakshasa!
There's some really cool fan art of her on the Elden Ring Reddit.
Love that.
That I've seen before. They take her helmet off and they just make her like a badass.
It's such a weak ass lore. A berserker who only cares about cutting down and devouring. You have no character development. You're just like, oh, she's so badass.
She's just a fighter.
She likes to fight and cut.
I mean, that's Freya though. Freya just likes to fight.
And I mean, Red Bear's the same. And these are all funny characters. Because like Black Jail Knight, I just wear black and I'm quiet and lonely. Red Bear's like, I'm a bear.
Like,
I'm just a bear. And she's like, I'm just a dancer who likes to cut. I don't know. All of them just seem like super one-dimensional, these jail defenders.
Well, the cool thing about Rakshasa is she's a moderately armored warrior wielding a great katan. And this, I think, it's not the first great katan I encountered in the game, but it's the first time someone used one against me.
That could be entirely true.
Yeah.
Thankfully, because I don't want to fight against them.
Because they're really fucking good.
Yeah.
Excels at tanking while pummeling you with their slashes. They have a great katana. You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah. Don't let her attack.
Deals exclusively physical damage, which honestly, a little bit of a nice breath of fresh air where I don't have to worry about holy or damage or rot or madness or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rakshasa, for physical damage. Avoid weapons with low poise damage as you're going to want to interrupt her attacks. While using her weed cutter attack, her poise jumps to 30 and will need to be avoided. So futile is what that is. Just get out of the way.
Yeah, and it's consistent, keeps moving forward, keeps attacking. That poise is hard to break, so you do want to just get some distance wait for her to finish, and then move back in.
The weed cutter sounds like it'd be like a finisher in WWE. So
That's good.
I'm down with the name.
Yeah, it's not bad.
She's keen on using jump attacks to her detriment as it opens her up for a window of vulnerability.
For me to use my own jump attack in response. And then we have our last jail member here. We have the Dancer of Renah. This is the fourth and final enemy, the Nameless Mausoleums. Renah is an unseen location in Elden Ring, known for its passion and its mesmerizing style of dance. Dancers of Renah are famed for their fiery intensity and deep crimson dresses. The most fervent of them would perform endlessly, forgetting even their names. Maybe just take a break from dancing if you don't remember what your name is. I tell you what, they might be tripping. At the peak of their paired sword dance, they unleash an aromatic burst of flame from a concealed perfume bottle. During the Age of the Erd Tree, Praetor Rykard journeyed to Renah, where he encountered Tanith, who became his consort. So yes, Renah is also where Tanith and Rykard first encountered each other. The Dancer of Renah wields a pair of curved swords that quickly build up damage with their repeated slashes. She also sports an offensive tool, the perfumed oil of Renah, that emits a traveling wave of fire. She has extremely low poise. Punisher. You wore a satin dress to a fight. I'm sorry. I'm not sexist. I'm going to treat you fair and beat the shit out of you.
You got to dress for the fight and not the drip.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a balance. She needs a little bit more armor. Her unending dance techniques has her poise jump to 18 and has her sweeping her swords in a diagonal arc. Doesn't matter. You're done. Get out of here. Is Wolverine in this game?
Yeah, he's next.
Oh, what?
So next up we have the Milverine, the Beast Claw.
I wish.
Honestly,
He walks his chihuahua all around the lands of shadow.
I pulled up a photo of him just to show you. And he's a little more tan.
That's way more Milverine than Wolverine.
Yeah, it looks just like Milverine.
Yeah.
He's a little more tan.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're just missing a tiny dog.
I love that.
Yeah. Logar, the Beast Claw.
Logar. We can't name him Logan. Oh,
Logar.
Change a letter.
I like this. After I fought him, there's a giant bear in this area, if I'm recalling correctly, too, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes.
There's not a bear around here? Not a giant bear. There's
Sir
a bear.
Ansbach. I've studied this way more than you have, Freya. You just like fighting.
I just like fighting, yes. But I believe I killed Logar and then ran into a bear almost very quickly.
This is in the very opening of Land of Shadow.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of a different guy then.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway.
Love you, Freya.
You know what? I'm supposed to remember all these enemies.
You had a nice shield, though.
I called all of the enemies by like made up names that like I called Curseblade's Spinny Boys.
That's actually correct, though, too.
Yeah, but I'm not expected to be remembered the actual functional name of these people.
Yeah.
Logar, however, is just Milverine.
Yes.
Legally, not Wolverine.
It's legally
different than Wolverine.
Yes.
He runs around naked and fights with beast claws as if possessed by a vicious beast. They're like it's not like Wolverine though, where you have the claws come out of your fist.
Yes.
Instead,
this is a cosplayer.
He's wearing like metal claws.
Yeah.
It's like every time I try to pet Martin, this is what happens.
You're not wrong.
I get the beast claws.
You're not wrong.
He makes a shrill screech when he detects the player. It's scary until you see like a half-naked man running at you with cat claws on. You're like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
You want to get burnt real quick? Taker's Flame? You're running in a straight line towards me, and this is like
You're not
literally
wearing a
what my
shirt.
weapon is designed to do.
You're not even wearing a shirt.
Yeah, this is going to singe everything on your body.
It's Wisconsin.
I like Logar. I think he's funny.
He's funny.
Next up, we got Greater Potentate, which sounds like a giant potato.
Just another naked person.
It's not, though. These monsters make and maintain living jars, which is just still so crazy to me. I think that's my favorite thing about the Elden Ring DLC is the whole sainthood with the jars, that whole lore aspect of it that I didn't even realize was a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite. But these guys, they're maintaining and making the living jars that people are getting put into, which is probably not a good line of work.
You don't want to do that.
These guys are making lead-based paint. They're just bad for the environment.
No, thank you.
They also like to run around naked except for caterpillar masks to quell their doubt, which also, as we've said before, has to smell terrible. If it's made of real caterpillars, gross.
And these guys are just dealing in cut up flesh and throwing it into jars all day and feeding rotting flesh.
At what point do you think they're just like, let's just make a stew? Rather than trying to shove Greg into that jar, like, let's just go skin some shit.
What if I made a nice borscht instead?
You know, some goulash.
Like a zupa.
You want a goulash tonight?
No, we gotta make another person.
Well, get in the jar, Greg. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if the greater potentates were from Wisconsin, they would have made a goulash. We have the Death Knight, which, that's a metal band. These are elite warriors who formerly served as the personal guard of Godwin the Golden. They still protect him now in places associated with those who live in death. They wear a dark suit of armor with an ethereal white cape. There is only 2 of these bad boys. Their weapons have the ability to channel lightning, primarily melee fighters, and they do not...
Oh, sorry.
They don't want to give you space?
You know what's crazy? There's only 2 of these bad boys. They actually had voice lines that were cut.
It's a shame.
And they were voiced by 2 very popular actors that not a lot of people know about. But 2 of these bad boys were voiced by Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
I wish, dude. For life?
Bad boys for
Dude,
life.
for life?
You ride together, you die together.
NYTD knocked your tarnished ass down. Sorry, that's my Will Smith. They can use a devastating grab attack, the Embrace of Death, that will drain your HP and replenish their own to around 50% of their health.
I'm totally fine with you grabbing me in a fight and fucking my day up. I've been bear hugged by a million rune bears in my time.
Yeah, you have.
It's when you steal my essence and you replenish your health with my health. That's like rubbing salt in the wound.
Give me a squeeze. Don't take my juice.
Yes.
My juice is not...
You've already taken the juice. You don't need to ingest the juice.
No milk.
I don't need you to be stronger.
It's not going to be our milk.
Because essentially at that point, they're just taking my flasks.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I get done with that attack, I have to drink.
And then they have more health.
And then they do it again. So it's like they're just siphoning my flask.
They're immune to blood loss, susceptible, though, to poison and scarlet rot, and vulnerable to headshots, which will instantly stagger them.
Wow, one of the aspects of the game that I never use.
They do exist. I use headshots.
Well, you're playing the archer.
Yes, the archer is great. There's the dual axe one that use paired axes, and then there's the great axe one with one giant motherfucking great axe. And we have just 4 more enemies for you today.
The Lamenter. The state of a denizen of paradise bears resemblance to a small omen sporting goat-like horns and gnarled skin. The hornsent denied and hid from the world. In their foolishness, they viewed true bliss with deep fear. If you put the mask on while naked, you can transform into a Lamenter. The usual expression somehow imparts a sense of contentment. To those who seek happiness, blindness is bliss.
These little fuckers know a secret, and they're really happy and can have a confused face. And everyone else is so off-put by their queer little smiles. Queer in the weird, you know what I mean? They're odd little smiles. Yeah. And everyone's like, I don't trust this fucker. Put him in the basement.
I did watch a video of somebody trying to do a Lamenter build.
Yeah.
Solely
it's
because
tough.
it's something cool that the game gives you.
It's a meme build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is essentially what I was watching. But while you're in Lamenter form, you gain 5% damage negation to all types except Holy, which gets increased plus 20 and Arcane by 8. So theoretically, if you were trying to farm shit, this would be a good way to do it.
It's okay.
I mean, 8 points is a lot.
It's all right.
8 points and a pickled or a little white owl foot.
It's a meme build.
I do like the idea of being able to go full gem carry and just do the mask build.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the meme is
But
there.
you don't get cartoon guns and a coyote tongue.
Does he do the Macarena in the movie? What is the dance that he does outside the police station? It's not the Macarena, right?
No, it's like La Bamba. Or
it's La Bamba, yeah.
Yeah. They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the crazy beats. When they go chick,
that's exactly
boom,
what it is.
Chicky boom.
Chick,
He's
chicky
such
boom.
a modern guy, although he's the hottest guy in Havana.
Yeah. I love the movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, so if you want to do a mask build, there you go. You can do this.
But if you're fighting the Lamenter,
You're going to want to do something different. Mundane attacks until it loses 10% HP, where it uses Blindfold of Happiness, which sounds scary.
yes, that's where it disappears from the arena, only to reappear with 6 more clones in tow.
And I love this gameplay mechanic because now you have to find which one is the real one.
Yes, but it isn't like the cup game where they all switch the cups around and you have to choose. It's just random.
Yeah, because if you attack one that's not the main, it doesn't affect his health.
Yeah, area of effect attacks are good because this will help you identify them.
After 25 seconds, each clone you fail to kill will cause a small Lamenter visage to appear behind you. If you accumulate more than 6 of these visages, you will instantly die.
It's peculiar. It's a weird fight. It definitely sticks out as like there's some real esoteric bullshit in that.
At least with the clones, they're not super hard to kill.
The Furnace Golem, they're big. You've seen them from across the map.
Oh, dude, that first loading screen where you see one.
Which I wish they wouldn't have loading screens of things like that. These are gigantic, terrifying war machines of Mesmer's army. Massive flaming constructs that have been used to exterminate entire settlements. They are composed of a metallic mesh frame and packed full of victims' corpses. The carved face of the golem can change expressions, which is kind of funny. It'll go like mortified when you're attacking it. There's 8 of them exist in this game. They all suck.
Yes.
One is inactive and requires a hefty furnace pot to reignite it. The design is probably a nod to Wicker Man, where there are large wicker statues in which the druids sacrifice humans and animals by burning them. Evidence for these come all the way back, though, from Julius Caesar in his commentary in the Gallic War. And yeah. So to fight these guys, fire damage negation is a good thing. Hefty fire or furnace pots will do massive damage if you can play basketball. And there ain't no rule that says a tarnished can't play basketball. If you're at their feet, they can stomp the ground to create large AoEs of expanding fire. They will also leap into the air to do the same. The jump should be avoided by fleeing and jumping over the impact in front. They will swipe or grab. The grab will have them throwing you into the basket if you get far enough away. Rain of fireballs. The weak points being the faceplates and the baskets, which are almost always out of reach. So what you do is, a strategy is generally just to attack the legs and repeatedly until they'll topple over and give you access to the weak points, or if you're in an elevated position, throw a pot in there. Some have additional armor plating on the legs, causing the Kobe to be the only viable method.
The Kobe.
The Kobe.
The Kobe method.
Causing a stance break requires specific HP breakpoints on individual legs, dealing 4.35% of its max HP to one of the legs will cause it to lose its balance slightly. Doing this twice, you need to damage one of its legs for 8.5% to make it crash. Stance breaking can be expedited with multi-hit abilities like Shard Spiral or Pest Threads, and it remains incapacitated for 30 seconds. So throw a pot in, slash its face a couple times before a critical attack. First Golems, a nuisance. I don't want to ever do them again, to be quite honest. I did it enough.
Next up, we have Great Red Bears.
Yeah, we do.
One of my favorite designs for enemy in the game, because I used to have the same color red hair as the bears. It was one of my go-tos when I was in college, when I used to dye my hair funky colors all the time.
Interesting. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, green, purple, and red were my go-tos.
No.
Yeah. Green for mohawk, purple for slick back, and when I grew my hair out long, it was red.
Man, you were hardcore.
I was hardcore.
You were edgy, dude.
Dude, yeah. I've been edging for years now.
I would have talked to you at a party, but I don't know if I would have been like, I'm not accepting applications right now.
The Great Red Bears they have a beautiful, luscious coat of red fur that looks like red fire embers.
Jesus,
really dope.
Gotta put it away, Tyler.
They look
Calm
really cool.
down. It's a bear.
Bears are scary, and this is a big fucking scary bear that you're going to have to fight. Monstrous progenitors of the most common rune bears, Rugala and Ralva, nailed it, are hulking creatures with red fur and divine horns. You know what's gnarly? Getting a fucking bear and having horns on it. Could you imagine if bears had horns?
I mean, they do here, but I'm happy they don't in the real world. Bears are scary enough, man. Bears are animals you don't mess with.
I've been thinking about getting a Elden Ring tattoo for a long time, especially since
Would
it's
you
a game.
would you get a red bear?
I think I'd get a red bear with horns.
You'd have to get the horns, otherwise it's just a bear.
Yeah, a red bear with horns and like one claw slashing like right on my thigh, like a nice boom.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Gonna have to talk to Josh. Strategy for fighting these bad boys. So they got blood loss inflicting claws, which is going to fuck your whole day up, which is also canon because I watched a documentary called Bear Man, and they definitely inflict blood loss.
Grizzly man.
It is Grizzly Man, I'm sorry.
Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog made that movie?
I believe he directed the documentary.
I did not know that.
I mean, the guy filmed the documentary himself. I think Herzog put it together. Don't quote me. I could be wrong. But yes, the guy believes he's a bear. He gets killed by bears.
If that's true, that blew my mind. I did not know that was Werner Herzog.
I could be wrong.
They can dig the earth and cause shockwaves. Again, very cool.
Yeah.
At 50% health loss, they get even more angry, as anything would be when you're whooping its ass.
It makes me mad even thinking about
They
it.
unleash a deafening roar while dealing high damage. They are susceptible to poison and rot, however. So if you got some poison pots and you can eat the HP loss, not a bad move.
Yeah. I guess if you can sneak up, you could trigger poison or scarlet rot on them. If you don't alert them, you could slowly kill them from.
Well, as long as you can dodge that one attack they have where they run in real fast, you can get behind them and reel off a couple pots pretty quick.
You're gonna crap your pants, Tyler. You know that.
Well, I'm as the resident pothead here. I definitely threw pots at this bad boy, but they weren't poison pots because I didn't know I didn't know he hurt when he got poisoned. They deal only physical damage. Try to maneuver behind it. With any enemy that's bigger than you, like once you get to this scale, trying to go for the rump is the best way to get around it. Dodge into the attacks, try to get underneath it or behind it, and you'll have much more success. Plus, it gives you a little bit more time when they have to turn and face you. Gives you a little bit more time to read the enemy. And I think the Rune Bears and the Red Bears are the best in terms of scale for fighting, like what could maybe be considered, I guess colossal is not the right word for it, but an enemy that is substantially bigger than you.
It's on the verge of colossal.
Because, I mean, if you're fighting like an ulcerated tree spirit,
That's colossal.
trying to track that thing with the camera is a nightmare.
Oh, you're right.
But if you leave the tracking on for a Red Bear fight and you can get behind it or kind of underneath it a little bit, you have a really good vantage on what it's doing and how it's moving. And dodging the attacks, because it's really only going like it's slashing attacks. You're going to see which arm is coming, so it gives you a clear indication of which way to roll into the attack, and getting behind it and disorienting it, making it face you gives you the chance to kind of read it a little bit longer. It's only a couple seconds when it has to turn.
It is funny that the enemies that scare you the most are the ones you're supposed to roll towards.
No,
It's funny.
It took me a long time
To get that confidence is not easy.
But yeah, Rune Bears are less scary for me now, especially since I started my new playthrough of the game. They just getting the going for the rump is an effective method.
A lot of bears go for the rump.
They do. I threw honeypots at this bad boy. That's a Winnie the Pooh joke. That did not land.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother, Tyler.
Yeah, no, it's a giant fucking red bear that is it's intimidating. It's gonna fuck your day up. But if you leave the tracking on and you're doing physical damage right up next to it, try to get behind it, around it, and it's not as hard of a fight as you would think.
So a bear is a bear, but a golden hippopotamus is not.
You know, golden hippos kill more people per year than red bears.
Well, hippopotami are giant quadrupeds that live near bodies of water. They have massive, gaping mouths similar to hippos, long tapered bodies similar to a gator, and they have a horn like a rhino.
Another cool tattoo idea.
So this is not a hippopotamus, is all I'm saying.
Hippo?
Hippopotamus? It's a hippogator rhino, but generally wild creatures, but at least one has been domesticated and might have been a very good girl. And we should feel bad if it was. So strategy, get out of their way. They're trying to charge you and attack you. Get out of the way. They are weak to lightning damage, which is even more effective because they are often in water. Just be wary of that voracious charge where it launches forward and it will grab you. The boss variant is that good girl, the golden hippopotamus. Adults of the species can extend a large clump of golden needles from their back like a porcupine. They're often fighting in cramped arenas. Phase 2 begins with 67% HP, where the hippo rears on its hind legs and slams a golden AoE and extends quills. Cool enemy, but this is very much the dartboard, or it's like where you have that like spinny dice where you have different heads and torsos and legs. And you're like, what am I going to make? And that's how Jesus created the creatures. This platypus is going to be real dumb looking.
I knew about the golden hippo before I encountered the golden hippo, but I didn't know where they were.
Yeah.
And I think I had the best experience for the golden hippo coming in from the church district and doing the specimens warehouse essentially first.
You come up from behind.
And then trying to figure out, I knew like Mesmer must be here somewhere. So I'm looking for him. And then all of a sudden you enter an arena and I was like, ooh, Mesmer's here. But then there's water everywhere.
You're in his fucking dog kennel.
Yes, I went the opposite way. The hippo was the first enemy in the game, or the first boss fight that I had in the game. Because remember, I like beelined straight to Mesmer as soon as I started. It was the first time that I died from a boss in the game. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was untouchable up to this point. Like other enemies had killed me, but when it came time for boss fights and I can get the mimic tier in there, easy work. Taker's Flame is a crutch. I'm not saying it's not. But then this hippo fucked my day up. And then Mesmer made me stop playing the game for like 2 weeks.
Well, and speaking of stopping for 2 weeks.
Is that where we're at?
Elton Dogs. We'll be back in 2 weeks. If you are a Patreon member, which that's the way to be, where we will do the Bestiary Part 10. And we'll conclude the Bestiary portion of Elden Dogs. There could potentially, of course, be a Night Rain Bestiary down the line. But if you are on the main feed, that means Night Rain's out, probably. It's been a while. The Packers have won 2 Super Bowls, maybe, at this point. But if you want access to bonus content, bonus episodes, and other podcasts from the Dogcast Network, check out patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. We appreciate your support. Special thanks to our Patreon executive producers, Rykard Krysianik, Malekith the Black Blade, Blaggard Big Brian Ward, Jordan Hoslow, Sorceress of Blood, Festering Fingerprint Phil Wright, Red Bear Phil, Just Phil, Red Bear Tyler, thank you, Bell-Bearing Hunter Bryant Ross, Crucible Knight Kelly Gutowski, Justin Mellismer the Impaler, Chaos Knight Horus, D-Man the Azula Beastman, and Lady Freya herself. Thank you for your support. And we will see you next time on Elden Dogs to discuss more of the wonderful bestiary of the Land of Shadow.
I love the bestiary episodes.
They're very fun. There's only one more before we get into Spirit Ashes, incantations, sorceries, items, armaments. I don't think we'll do armor, but we'll see you.